Dan, Bill, and Lou, the legend and his crew for over 50 years. The longest show in town, Sports Open Mic.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Open Mic. I'm Ken. Right over there is Bill. Ben's with us this morning for a short period of time, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta go do the weather report. I gotta go do the Washington County Fair video for today. And I gotta set up Calling All Veterans Day. Which is happening in North Kingstown at 10 a.m. So if you are a veteran or someone who knows and loves a veteran and you want to find out all of the resources that you can, head on down to the CB Museum over on Iafrate Way in North Kingstown from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. And you can go check out RI Elder Info and the Calling All Veterans Day. They have every veteran sponsor, everyone you could find is there today. Everyone that all the organizations that support veterans in Rhode Island are going to be there to tell you about the benefits you can get. So yeah, so it's a very busy Saturday morning for me, unfortunately. And we may, depending on tailwinds and other things, we may have someone else joining us in a little bit. But for now,
he's in the air somewhere.
Yeah, I've told him for a month, why would you or however long he's been planning this, don't come in to Sports Open Mic. What are you doing? And he's very adamant that if he gets down in time, he will be here.
That's dedication.
And that's Lou.
Is still on assignment. So it's one of Lou's long assignments.
Yeah, he's on the 60-day DL.
Oh yeah, he would have moved.
IL.
We even move him more further than that.
It's no longer the disabled list.
No,
it's injured list.
Oh,
that's a lot of baloney.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because of just
being politically correct.
Okay.
So
whatever.
When Lou comes back, we'll see him. All right, you gotta go.
Yeah, I will be right over in the other room on 2 other computers.
Yeah,
you're not gonna miss me.
You gotta take breaks too.
I will literally be in the other room in the building with nothing else on except,
Oh no.
No, not clothes wise.
Oh,
I mean,
you mean
no, there's no videos or programming, or I'm not doing another show.
Okay.
I have to go edit some videos and stuff, but I don't have to listen to them.
Right. And you gotta do that today, right? I mean, you gotta do it today.
What
you gonna? You just got to tell me what you were gonna do.
Yeah, it's all today. The fair video. Bill rolled up on me making an intro for the fair video this morning.
I thought he was talking to himself.
That's why I had a camera in front of me. Yeah.
Well, you had a phone.
It's a camera.
That's good. They're not phones anymore.
Phone is just an app on it. It's a computer. It's a computer in your pocket.
Yeah, going good.
Great. I hear.
Did you go last night?
No, Boots was there last night.
Oh boy.
It won't be the same anymore.
He did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
He did a fantastic job. But yeah, it was an incredible day yesterday at the Washington County Fair. Mark Wills was there, country music legend, sang 19 something. I Do, Cherish You. Don't Laugh at Me.
We're not laughing at you. That's a song, Ken.
I didn't know that. How about the tractor pull? Did he film
Tractor pull was fantastic last night. The New England Garden Tractor pull. Yep, that was fantastic as always. Shout out to the DL, the still DL, Dan LaBelle Sr. Yep. Doing a great job with the New England Garden Tractor pull. And everything was fantastic.
Throw my daughter in there too.
I will throw your daughter in there.
She does all the work.
And then some former champions.
And before
And Jen, yeah.
right. And then my other daughter, Kim, it's her birthday today.
Okay.
Don't ask me how old, 'cause I would never tell you anyhow. But it's her
Happy birthday,
so
Kim.
Happy birthday, Kim. And let's see. I think it's Nick, Lou's son, Nick. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
A lot of birthdays today.
And Coach Samaggio refuses to tell us when his birthday
I
is,
told
but it's
you when
coming
it is.
soon.
It's the end of the
We got
month.
it, the 31st. Yeah, wow.
Oh, it's literally the end of the month.
I told you it's the end of the month, the 31st.
Okay. Okay.
They've had pretty good weather for the fair. That's good.
Oh, it's been great. Yeah. A
Thank
quick
God.
rain shower pulled through last night for a minute, but yeah, it was quick moving. Everything's beautiful.
Just enough to wet the track.
Yeah.
So the track is full.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
speaking
the
of
dust down.
Speaking of wet dirt, tomorrow, tug of war, 6:00. You don't want to miss the tug of war at the Washington County Fair. As a matter of fact,
Is that the last event?
it is. It's the last event. It's happening at the same time that the main stage, that the stuff is happening on the main stage. The tug of war is so epic. It's like a sporting event, honestly. Quite honestly, it's like a sporting
You should
event.
have that.
Wait, it is a sporting event.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean like the ring one area
Yeah,
is
teams.
completely full. Yeah, there is a bunch of teams, men and women. The Army National Guard participates. Everybody's there. It's fantastic. There are weigh-ins. It's a great time had by all. As a matter of fact, while I skedaddle out of here
Yeah,
into
but
the
you have
other
something
room,
to do, by the way.
listen, Ken.
Well, you said you had. To
I
go.
figured I would
Why
just
hang
chat with
out
you for
here?
a minute. Is that a problem?
That's all right.
Is that a problem? Before
Did-
before Bill takes you down to the racetrack.
Now
Did they have a guest there?
how do they pick the team?
You pick your team. You get a team together.
How many
You know,
on the
you
team?
say I don't know. I don't have all
Okay.
of that information.
I'm sorry.
But you you get your team together, you go down, there's a weigh-in, and then they do, well, they need to know roughly like how what the full weight of the team is, so that they can do even matchups as evenly as possible for the matchups. And and then these teams face off against each other, and if you lose, you get eliminated, and then you continue on. And
Single
sometimes it can take
days.
sometimes it can take like 3 or 4 hours for the full tug of war. It depends on, yeah, it's massive. It's a huge deal, and people absolutely love it.
It's a big thing.
It's a huge thing. We're gonna take a quick look at the tug of war.
Oh, okay.
We'll take a quick look at the tug of war while I skedaddle out of here, so I don't have to walk past the cameras, and then you guys can comment on it if you so choose, or you can get on to the Magic Dust at Fenway.
Well, Ken, I don't know if we could put a team together for that one. No,
I don't know. Huh?
don't like the mud.
We get wiped out in a hurry.
We could have Lou on the team and have him at the lead. And when he goes in there,
You sacrificing Lou now. The poor guy need to defend himself.
he put me in the lead.
Oh,
All right. Things are happening in Major League Baseball. We're gonna start with Major League
they're playing
Baseball.
all day, every day.
Well, they also started the NFL.
I know already. This is first week preseason.
Yeah, and high school seasons for all the sports, I think, start on the 17th,
That'd be
Monday.
Monday.
So a lot of action going on.
So that's when you can officially start practice. Is that what that is?
This is where you can start practice with equipment.
High school, I mean.
Yes, with equipment. So a lot of things happening right now, and my Sox aren't doing that well right now.
Well, you didn't expect them to keep that up.
No, but on the road trip, they're not playing sound defense like they have been. There's been a bunch of errors, some mistakes, and I think last night, I don't know if being aggressive or not, but with trying to score on that gap shot when the game was close.
I didn't watch the game, so
There was Contreras tried to score from first on a double. He was dead at the plate.
sometimes those guys try to do too much, and it turns out to be like a dumb play.
Yeah.
The other day, he's a cleanup hitter.
Yep.
I think there was runners on first and second. He bunted.
He bunted.
All right, fine. It worked out good. He got the first base.
But you're the cleanup hitter.
Right.
How many
Exactly.
times?
That's what I mean. He's trying to do something to get the guys going. Say, look, I just bunted. Maybe
Yeah.
some other guys on the team could bunt, but then trying to score from first base, trying to do something
Well,
to fire up the team, and he gets thrown out.
yeah.
But the coach must have sent him, though.
Yes, the coach did send him, and
We can't really blame him.
no, you can't blame him. But the way they've been playing as of late, the pitching's still there. It's starting to fall back on some of the things that hurt them earlier, and I think they just got to straighten that out. Like, there was a couple of fielding issues, getting thrown out at the plate, trying to steal third base when you're in scoring position with 2 outs.
A
You're
lot
gonna,
of guys have done that.
yeah, you're gonna score on a hit anyways. It's just, I think it's just basic stuff that they got to straighten out so they can go back to being very competitive. I'm not saying that they're not competitive in the game, but I mean have an upper leg on the other teams, because their pitching, except for last night, the rookie Bennett, he was just in the middle of the strike zone and he got rocketed. I mean, they hit some shots against them, and you can see why Pittsburgh is in a playoff hunt. But their pitching has been phenomenal, and Tolley.
Where did he come from?
They drafted him. He pitched at, I think it was TCU.
Big boy.
And oh yeah, he is a big boy. And I mean, right now he's the ace. Yes, Gray is,
You got to say he's the ace.
but he's totally he's when he's on the mound, you've got a great shot.
The other guy's got 15 wins, hasn't he? I mean,
Well, yeah, he's up
he
there
hasn't
in
lost
wins.
that many times.
No, but this other kid, I mean, he shuts teams down.
So Gray's got to get bigger.
No, I'm not saying get bigger, but as a player, when a certain guy walks onto the mound.
No, I know that. I understand that, but you have to think that same way with Gray right now. Right?
Well, with Gray, but
I don't like him either, by the way.
he's the kind of guy that he's going to keep you in the game even when he doesn't have his.
Right. He knows how to
his-
pitch.
But I mean, over the last, just look at the last two games that Toll's pitching with Tole. I mean, well, things are moving again. One game it was 14 strikeouts, and he went six or seven. Last night, the other night,
He didn't have many the other night.
he didn't, but he was very efficient. He went into he pitched 8. You don't see that a lot right now of a lot of major league pitchers. I think there's only 5 complete games in the majors.
Well, that's right. They got an 8th-inning guy, so it's
And
if 7 innings looks to me like that's probably it.
and Boston just lost their 8th inning guy. He went on
What
the
happened to
disabled
him,
list.
though?
He's on the disabled list.
What?
Well, the injured list.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure why, because I muted a lot of the broadcast last night. I watched it, and every now and then I'd have the radio on because there's a little difference watching it and listening to it. So I was listening to the radio for a little, and they said he was on the injured list. He just went on. That's why Weiser came back up from Worcester. But losing him, I think it's big because right now Chapman is not pitching lights out. He's struggled in a couple. You'd like to have Whitlock in there to,
Who's going to be 8? Not that guy they brought back.
no, because he was like a 6th and 7th inning guy. I think Guerrero throwing at
They get all these players.
well, Guerrero actually had been pitching out of the country the last 5 years, and he signed with Boston during the offseason, and he showed in spring training that he had his stuff, and he kind of like straightened out. I think he's 36, 37 years old, and for a reliever, that's unheard of usually.
I mean, pitch one in there.
Yeah, but usually, relievers once they get to that age of,
So you would put him at the 8th inning guy?
well, either him or Miller, the guy they picked up from San Francisco. He's a lefty.
I don't think I've ever seen especially Red Sox, Yankees roster change as much as
Changes every day now.
the Red Sox. I mean, I've seen guys named down there. I have no clue where they even came from. Who's this Rogers guy?
Well,
Roy Rogers?
now Rogers is with the White Sox.
Oh, you going already?
But
did you just stop for coffee?
No, he came in with the deal with Baltimore. He was a throw-in because they knew Richmond was still going to be out, so they needed a backup catcher for Wong. So he played a couple of games. He had a couple of hits. They tried to send him down to Worcester. He didn't clear waivers, and the White Sox picked him up. Not a bad pickup for him.
What did he do, catcher?
He's a catcher. And a couple of guys that have been coming out of the bullpen lately. It's where did these guys come from? Guys from Worcester have been throwing.
That's what I said.
Martinez and what was it Goomba? There's there's a lot of, not just in Boston, but look at the Yankee roster. Their bullpen has been changing over. They have a new shortstop. Was it Lombard Jr. or Lombardi?
I don't know. I didn't watch it in any games.
Wait a minute. Hazel has
I
the.
know, but they don't start until later.
Oh, all right.
The afternoon games are fine.
And this kid, this rookie, he's only 21 years old. He's been playing well, and I think until Major League Baseball catches up to him and figures out how to pitch and set him up, I think Volpe's going to be sitting on the bench for a long time.
Well, that's Lou's guy. Lou likes Volpe. I like Volpe.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
this kid has been hitting. He's smooth fielding.
If they just left Volpe alone,
I think
let
he'd be
the
all
other
right.
Shortstop for the New York Yankees. Amen. Maybe then he'd be all right.
Yeah.
Some guys, they can't handle that being on edge all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
it's
is.
and not just being on edge with your manager or the front office, but playing in New
Probably
York.
more with the front office.
But playing in New York, I mean, the writers are writing about you day in and
I
day
know, but he's
out.
played there. He proved he could play there.
Yeah, but still, that's got to be pressure, especially when a kid
course
comes
it is.
in.
But more pressure by you're not sure day to day whether I'm playing or I'm not playing.
And just take a look at in Boston. Siegler was playing great second base. All of a sudden, Sogart comes up, and now he's playing second base all the time. And Siegler's going, "Well, what did I do to lose my spot?" It's for some of these guys, it's kind of tough. And now it's almost about time for a Story to come back. What's going to happen there? They're going to take the shortstop out now, and Boston has had a bunch of shortstops this year, but Montestero has kind of settled in. I'm still a little shaky about his fielding, but he's hitting the ball.
I think Story will be there.
I think he will be too, but you would hate to take the guy that's swinging the bat well, because
I know.
Story's a street. He might come in and
Yeah,
light it up. He might come in and do
It is what
nothing.
it is. You are what you are.
And speaking of guy that's been on some streaks, since the All-Star game is the third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Yeah.
He never had
all over the place.
never had a grand slam. He's had two
Even
in
bunts.
the last one. He bunts, he steals bases. He's playing a pretty good third base, but every now and then he's a little wild on the throws. And
Yeah, all started kind of Sale. Not Chris either. Sale.
Chris Sale, I think he's still screaming about that balk call that he had against them. What was it, against the Yankees? Well, it cost him a run.
Yeah.
But Major League Baseball, it's starting to get down to watching the scoreboard. You're halfway done.
Seemed like it just started the season.
Yeah. You're halfway done in August, and you finish up at the end of September, and there's still a lot of races to be determined. The Central, the West, and the American League. Right now,
Well, especially when you got 3 wild cards.
Yeah.
I mean, that puts a lot of people in contention that would be eliminated probably by now if they went back to the olden days.
yeah, I'm not saying that the East isn't still up for contention, but there's a
Why don't you want to say that?
the way Tampa's been playing. I mean, they play solid baseball. They play baseball the old style. They bunt, they steal, they move runners on. It was like in the Boston game one night. There's a left-handed batter up, and they have with a runner at second, no outs. All you have to do is pull the ball. They tried bunting and unsuccessful. Even though Boston has been doing a lot of bunting lately and been successful, that's a lost art in Major League
those
Baseball.
guys are doing that on their own.
A lot of it, yeah. But don't you think that's a lost art in baseball?
Oh yeah, that's no doubt.
You know, there are a couple guys, if they just put the ball down and ran, you know, Duran is one of them, but, you know, he has power.
Well, especially where they play defenses now. I mean, the shortstop, the third baseman's off.
Is well off the bag.
Yeah. You would think all you got to do is put the ball on the ground and it's a base hit.
Even Big Papi tried it a couple times.
Well, I don't know if he should be bunting.
But if they're giving it to you, why not take it?
No, I agree. But they want that long ball.
I think, you know, right now, with everything going on and like with the Red Sox, you're starting to see the managers start to give these guys a day off or two.
That's a lot of ball.
The center fielder.
Go play.
Personally, old time baseball, you played until you couldn't play anymore.
If you need a day off, that's one thing, but they have scheduled days off.
Yes,
now.
and I don't understand that. You know, well, you know, we're trying to keep the guy fresh and everything. Did Mickey Mantle take a day off? Did Kyle Yastrzemski take a day off?
And they
Scheduled days off.
And they came right in from the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You imagine if they told Yastrzemski, you got to take a day off. He'd be sitting in the dugout with the cigarette going.
Cigar. You cigar, man. We got to take a break at 9:30. How do we do that now? Ben!
Oh my God, just throw the break.
Ben! Oh, Ben, don't.
All you have to do is throw to the break. I'm right here.
He just said it.
Okay.
No, he just said, "Oh, we just have to take a break now." Just say like, and
Ben,
now
let's
we're-
take a
we're
break
from our
now.
spot. Like, come on, you've been in radio for 55 years. Let's go.
You're scolding me again this morning. That's twice now.
Well,
There's only one person that should be able to scold Ken Collins, and she did not give you
You're
permission.
kind of upset.
she gave me permission, I think.
You're really upset, aren't you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from some of our wonderful sponsors.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's Men's Shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Saturday, August 22nd at 1 p.m., join the Smoke and Barbecue competition at Tavern on 3, 809 Nooseneck Hill Road, West Greenwich, benefiting Veterans, Inc. Come hungry and ready to enjoy barbecue, 2 live bands, raffles, and family fun for just $35. Think you have the best barbecue around? Enter the competition for just $25. Call 401-255-6673 to register by August 15th.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
321 is about so much more than sports. We're about community, family, small businesses, nonprofits, and sharing stories that deserve to be heard. 321, what's your story?
We're back, Ken.
Back.
Speaking of back.
Yes.
This is his last season with the NFL because he said he was
About Berman.
Mr. Berman. He said that he's staying through the Super Bowl, and they have the Super Bowl this year.
That's right. This is the first time they had the Super Bowl.
ESPN, yeah. I just
Well, you got that podcast, right?
yeah, but I mean, I hope hopefully it's not the end because I like listening to him. He comes up with some good information, especially when he talks with us.
Yeah, we'll get him on and ask him. But how about the Yankees? We better talk about the Yankees.
All right, the Yankees last night, tough one, playing in Toronto. Cole.
Toronto's starting to play pretty good.
Yeah, even though they gave away a lot of pitching, they got some pitching back. And Soriano threw pretty well against Boston the other day, and a couple of these other guys they brought up. But they're starting to hit the ball, Toronto. They beat the Yankees last night 3-1, comeback. And Toronto's they snuck back into contention for the wild card, because right now Toronto is one game out of the playoff spot. Right now the leaders, Tampa Bay, the division leaders, Tampa Bay, Chicago White Sox, and Houston Astros. The Yankees are +8, leading for the wild card. The Red Sox +5, second place in the wild card. Now, Detroit Tigers are in the playoffs right now. And they're a team that got rid of number 1 and number 2 out of their pitching staff.
Why?
Well, they felt they couldn't re-sign either one of them. And let's get something for them. And I don't think they got enough for them.
Those guys keep doing that, but then you're right. That's what I was going to say. Then they don't get enough that makes a difference anyhow. So you might as well keep the ones you had.
And they're in contention. Minnesota is a half a game out. Texas is a half a game out. Toronto is 1 game out. Baltimore is 1 game out. Cleveland, a game and a half out. Seattle, 3.5 out. And then Kansas City, A's, and the Angels. That's kind of scary.
So you just mentioned all those teams, and you mentioned 2 or 3 that are probably out.
Yeah, there's 3 teams that Kansas City, the A's, and the Angels, all double digits out. And a little more space in the National League. You got the Cubs, who they're in first place. They're in second place. Milwaukee, who's had up and down of late, the lead. the National League, then the Dodgers, and then Atlanta are the three division leads. Then the Cubs are in the number one playoffs wild card spot. San Diego, who has been playing pretty good ball as of late, they're 8-2 in the last 10. They're up by 1 game over Arizona. Philadelphia, which because of a tie with Arizona would be out of the playoffs. Miami 3 out. St. Louis 3.5 out. Cincinnati 5 out. Pittsburgh 5.5 out. Washington 5.5 out. And then the last 3 teams, the Mets, the Giants, and the Rockies, you can forget about.
Now, speaking of San Diego, they took 3 from Milwaukee.
Yep.
2 out of those 3 games, Daniel was at those games.
Well,
Maybe they're going to keep him out there as a good luck.
well,
job.
either that or they better hire him. Maybe he can be Don Alcillo's color man.
Yeah, he did. He saw the day game, and I think that it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or something.
Yeah.
I know he was at the one game he had tickets for, and then another one he just went. But he said he got a good seat. But they had a lot of people there. Not so much for the day game, but for the other 2 night games. But they took 3 straight from Milwaukee. I watched that. I did watch that 11 inning game. Was it 11 innings?
I think so.
Yeah, they're playing pretty good. God, she got a home run in a game.
He's hitting in the 220s now. He's up about 20 points. Machado is hitting about.
Don't talk to me about Machado.
He's raised his average almost 30
I
points.
don't care. He's the laziest person in the world.
I'm not arguing with
when you hit
that.
a ground ball, I don't care where, and then you see the camera going to follow the ball to first base. He's not even in the picture.
He veers off.
Just run, Machado, please.
Well, I guess that was a little controversy.
How do you play with a guy like that? Seriously, you're busting your butt, and he's not even running halfway to first base.
You should be pissed. Now, there was some controversy in the Red Sox locker room because the first baseman did that the other day. And the manager came up and defended him. Well, he's been sick and everything. Wait a minute. So if he's that sick, why put him on the field?
That's right. I agree.
You've got your bench players. That's what they're for. To play when the other guys can't.
Yeah.
Well,
and they've all done a pretty good job too.
Yeah. And well, he's coming off the illness. We told him, don't bust your. Wait a minute. The money they make, they should be busting their butt on every play.
That's what I'm saying. And at least make an attempt. I mean, just because you hit a ground ball somewhere, that doesn't mean you're automatically out. The guy still has to pick it up and throw it. The other guy, you got to catch it.
All right.
I watched him that whole game, and I think he hit into 2 double plays. And I mean, it wasn't even close to first base. He didn't even jog down the first base line. He didn't even make it down the first base line to the base. Takes a little right-hand turn. He's in the dugout. I mean, he's one of the better players on the team.
He's supposed to be a leader.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be a leader?
Now,
I hate it when players do that.
I'm not sure you watched the game the other night, the Toronto game, where we had all the controversy and the delay. And
that 16-minute deal there.
I'm sitting on the couch watching the game, and I said, they got to give the run. And the players didn't know it. Number one, the situation was 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Fly ball hit the center. Everyone thought there was 2 outs. Even the scoreboard before the pitch listed 2 outs. So fly ball hit, everyone starts running.
The guy catches the ball.
Guy catches the ball in center field.
2 outs now.
It's 2 outs, but everyone thinks it's 3 outs.
But it's only 2.
The catcher and the pitcher are running off the field, and I'm yelling, tag, 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 do something. Then all of a sudden they throw it to first. And I said, well, the run counts now
Yeah,
unless they appeal it
scored before the
before the out at
before the
first.
final out was made.
I said, that run's got to count. And now they go into commercial, and I'm saying that run's got to count, because for that run not to count, they would have to appeal it because the guy never tagged.
Why is that?
Well, because everyone at first point thought there were 2 outs. Then they got the 3rd out. So the run scored before that 3rd out was made. It wasn't a force play.
Yeah, I understand that.
And almost everyone on the field didn't know it. The umpires had to think about it.
Took 16 minutes to think about
They
it.
had to think about it. Then they had to call New York to replay.
Yep.
And then they had to think about it. And that's almost a question on a lot of umpire tests to qualify for being, like high school, be under a federation rule or whatever. But a lot of umpires have to take the test every year. And that's usually one of the questions about timing play, about getting a 4th out during an inning so a run doesn't count. And, wait a minute, you guys have been playing baseball for how long? And
Well, the whole thing there was because they thought there was 3 outs. Right?
well, they number one, they didn't realize that it was a timing play, that they thought that run wouldn't have counted anyways.
I know, but to start the whole thing.
To start the whole thing,
They thought it was 3 outs.
yeah, and
Now, if they didn't think there was 3 outs, they wouldn't have.
Yeah,
That wouldn't even come
of
into
course. And who do you blame? Number one, you blame the player, not knowing how many outs there
play.
are.
Blame the whoever.
Number two, you blame the coaches, because the base coaches are supposed to be telling you, there's 1 out, fly ball, we're gonna
You can
tag.
blame anybody that was on the field.
Yeah,
Too. They always know. They should know how many outs. You always should know how many outs there are.
and the umpires not knowing it. They got
didn't
that.
know that was 3rd out.
They got that thing in their hand. It's called.
Plus, it's on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but the scoreboard was wrong.
I know. Well, that's why.
It was wrong, and then it was right, because if you had watched it, they had cameras set up while the pitch was coming in and the ball was going out. Someone with the scoreboard changed it back to 1 out.
Well, what amazes me is no one on either team
Knew the rule.
would. No, not the rule. How many outs there were?
Yeah,
Because if you knew how many outs there were, you say, "Wait a minute, there's 2 outs here, or 1 out, whatever it was."
yeah. There was only one. And Siegel's trying. Yeah, see, my run counts. I don't know why, but my run counts.
Well, it does, yeah. Under the circumstances.
And it just for New York to take as long as they did for that ruling. They got the rule book right there in front of them. Just look it up and see what it says. And
But then don't they have to look at the replay?
all the replays showed that he had scored before the 3rd out.
I know, but did he tag up and all that? They might look at that too, figuring maybe they're going to appeal that.
You couldn't appeal it because everyone was off the field.
I know, but New York might have been looking at that.
They shouldn't have. I don't think they should have, because there was no appeal. The inning was over.
So if the other team said, "Well, wait a minute, he didn't tag up,"
If they had stayed on the field, once the infield is in the pitcher and catch
that's
it
where they
and
were
leave.
probably confused. So you might as well get it right if you what difference to make with 15 or 16 minutes.
Yeah, but seeing they left it, they could no longer go back to make that appeal. Once you leave fair territory,
You'll have to ask Major League Baseball why it took so long.
that's what I was trying to figure. What's taking so long?
There had to be a reason, obviously.
And I unmuted the TV to listen.
Should have not muted it, and you would have known.
No, because the two guys that were broadcasting the game had no idea until it was announced.
So I could forgive them. The
Well,
players, everybody on that field should have known how many outs there were.
yeah, it's something you don't see too much, but you see something new every day.
Yeah.
And even the managers were kind of like dumbfounded. Oh, maybe it's not knowing the rule book. And you should have in Major League Baseball, there should be one coach on every team that should know that rule book in and out.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, they have running coordinators and defensive coordinators and pitch coordinators and assistant hitting coach, assistant
They
fielding
get
coach.
that job to Belichick. What job has he got though?
I think he's like a Walmart greeter.
Oh,
He stands out at the gate and says hi.
well, that's good.
I don't know what they did with them, but I just think some of that was not handled properly. And I guess Cora's starting to talk a little bit about the situation. I really didn't get the whole scoop about it, but what are you going to do about it now? There's nothing you can do. It happened.
Where's he going to end up? Cora.
Well, two spots I think he might end up is either the Mets or Philly. And if Mattingly wants the job with Philly, I think they should give it to Mattingly.
But didn't they offer Cora the job already?
Yep.
I think the Mets. Why not?
And that's if they have Major League Baseball.
Well, obviously, because he could still be the manager. They could hire him.
The manager's to nowhere.
All right, what about the Yankees? We didn't talk about the Yankees. They got guys coming back. Is Judge going to play again?
The word is Judge is still being evaluated. I think he's taken some swings, but they're being very cautious with him.
Well, they might as well be. He's been out so long. They're in the hunt for everything. So why not wait and bring him back where you might have a chance of him finishing the season.
But I think as of late, Cole last night threw well. Fried has been throwing well as of late. Schittler, he's had a couple of not so
good,
but he's still an elite pitcher. Warren has been either lights out or hittable. He's not even in between. It's either he's going to pitch well or he's not. And the Yankee bullpen, I think, is just as good as the Boston bullpen. And with Whitlock down, I think they're better. I think it's going to be a battle for that first playoff spot to get the home field advantage, the first wild card spot. But is
You
either one?
think Tampa's gonna win it?
I think so. I think they only have one series left with Boston, one series left with the Yankees.
Why did they do that? Why don't they put a lot of the same?
Towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that's what it's all about, isn't it? And
but I think the big thing was scheduling, teams traveling, especially National League going to the American League. If it was the old way where you just play in the American League, you don't play the National League until the World Series, I think it would be easier for scheduling. But now seeing everyone plays everyone else, I think scheduling is got a big thing on that. It's kind of weird.
I would think you'd want the divisions playing against one another,
Yeah, especially
but
down the nitty gritty. But I think the two bats the Yankees picked up have really been helping them too. Garcia and what was the other guy? Guy from the Nationals and his name.
where do you play?
He's been playing first base. He can play first. He can play second.
They got that other guy at first, so he's gonna be there first.
Rice, yeah. But the problem was the guy they got in there. Is he going to take the second baseman's spot? Chaz has been hitting the ball for him, so do you want to lose him, or the DH? The Yankees went after and got something that I don't think they got because he's a hitter instead of getting it because it's a position that they needed. Because I think they needed a catcher that hits. And I guess Boston, it came out that Boston outbid the Orioles. Outbid the Yankees to get the Orioles catcher. Because the Yankees had
He'd be a good spot. It might be a good spot for him to play in New York.
Being a switch hitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to get up the Yankees schedule for the rest of the season.
I'd watch out for Toronto too. Toronto, look, they'd be streaky, but if they hit the right now they're in a good streak.
Yeah. And they're starting to play well at home. It'll be interesting, the battle down the stretch. And
can you believe you're talking about the battle down the stretch already?
well,
They could just started playing.
yeah, it seems like spring training was just yesterday.
Really.
Well, speaking about spring training was just yesterday. It was just about a half hour ago that we had a break. Should we talk? Should we talk to
Judge,
Ben?
They're just being careful.
I think they're being real careful with Judge.
What about the other guys?
Stanton.
But
As
how
a
good could he have been if he could have stayed on the field?
I think he would have.
I mean, he was good as
He would have been a no doubt Hall of Famer. But even with his stats, do you put him in the Hall of Fame? Because
kind of hard when you're out as much as he's been out.
he's been out just as much as he's been playing.
I mean, every time you talk about wherever he's playing with the Yankees now, so you that's the first thing you say is stand back. It's like you assume if you haven't watched the Yankees, you assume that Stanton is either hurt or something's wrong with him. It's too bad. Because that guy can play.
It's
getting back to the Red Sox for a minute. Who's hitting the ball pretty good is the guy from Japan.
Yeah, Yoshida.
He really is. That guy's a good hitter.
And you can see
He
when
hasn't been able to show it with the Red Sox, how good he really is, I don't think.
well, I think the thing that impresses me with him is number one, he goes with the pitch because he gets a lot of hits.
Word pitch, he hits it.
He gets a lot of hits to left center, and he's not a power hitter. He's a gap hitter.
Yeah. And he doesn't complain. I mean, he doesn't get all upset if he doesn't get a hit. He hustles. I mean, now that he's playing pretty regular, you can see what kind of a hitter he really is.
And everyone makes fun of him, his running style and everything.
Yeah.
He's not a slow guy.
Corey used to make fun of him.
Yeah, the robot running.
But he's been doing a good job. He's been the leadoff hitter, I think, the last couple of games.
Yeah, and yes, you need a guy that's a gap hitter, but I still say, why didn't they leave Duran?
Yeah, no, he should be the leadoff hitter on that team. Duran. All right, you're listening to Sports Open Mic. We'll be back right after these messages.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop in to Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.
I'm Ryan Collins. I'm the clinic director in specialized orthopedic physical therapy. Every time you come in, you work one-on-one with the physical therapist, personalized one-on-one care with that person. Working with Wood River is very beneficial because we have great relationships with all the doctors. Do not hesitate to give us a call, come in for an evaluation, or talk to your doctor and they can refer you to physical therapy.
Welcome back to Sports Open Mic. NFL.
Not for long. It's already started.
Can you believe it?
Lou's team's playing this afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Right. And your team won on Thursday night.
Yeah, Allard played quarterback. They went with 3 different quarterbacks, and your boy wasn't one of them, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
I think he was still in the neighborhood. Allard and Howard performed pretty good. Defense looked all right. But first preseason game, number one, not too many starters are in that.
I know.
And now they're down to 3 preseason games. So they don't play in the first one. Or if they do, it's a series.
That's about it.
They don't play in the third one because they don't want him to get hurt for the season. Then they take a week off before the season starts. If they get any action, they might get a half in the second preseason game. So really, how can... Yeah, I know at practice you have joint practices and you can do some evaluations there and everything, but I can't see how... Well, to me, it would be tough for me to do evaluations on maybe 8 minutes of actual play.
I know. You're right. And you have to buy those tickets too if you're a season ticket holder.
Yeah, they're basically you're mandatory at the same price. A preseason ticket is the same price as a regular season ticket. Parking is the same cost.
And that would be okay if they played, but they, like you just said, they don't play that much.
You know,
maybe they play a quarter total in 3 games.
3 games. Yeah, it's
right.
It's sad.
If you add all,
yeah, you're probably better off instead of going to the preseason game to go to the joint practice if it's open and watching that.
Well, that's basically what it is anyhow, right?
Yeah. And what is it? The NFL preseason, they don't do overtime because the Patriot game wound up as a 13-13.
Tie. No ties in football.
Well, there are ties,
Yeah,
but the Patriot kicker missed 3 field goals? 2, at least 2. He may have missed 3.
It was
And
13, right?
Yeah, it was 13-13. Mockingbird Lane, you know who lived there. 13-13 Mockingbird Lane. Wasn't that the Munsters?
Yeah.
But after the game, the coach comes up and he goes, well, I got all the confidence in him. We'll watch the film and everything. You're a kicker. Your job is to put the ball through the uprights. You don't miss like he missed.
Through the uprights.
Through the uprights. Or uprights extended. But the NFL, I think they have too many guys in camp, number one. Because most teams have, between 80 and 95 players to begin camp with, and then they weed out every week during the preseason. And realistically, there's so many guys there. The starters don't even get really ample time to even get in there if they want to look at everyone.
Yeah, right.
And there's a couple teams that have already lost players to injury. I think one of the quarterbacks is already out for the season, and someone already picked up another quarterback, and just lucky it wasn't starters. But is that the reason why a lot of these guys aren't playing? Because they're afraid of injury in the first game, preseason game? Someone trying to make a statement that they belong and do something they shouldn't do?
How many games do you think they should play preseason? 3, 2?
If you play the starters, I'd say 3. If you're playing a lot of these guys that are fighting for a job, realistically, 4 at the minimum. If you're going to play these guys, have like a B game, like a sub-varsity game. The starters will play the first game, the second game. Make it a doubleheader. I don't know. I don't think the starters get enough time together
I don't think so either.
in game situation. Yeah, they're together in practice, blah, blah, blah. You can't simulate game situation in practice. Oh, it's very difficult too, because the guys don't get up like they do for a game.
And you as a season ticket holder, you go there expecting. Well, you probably don't expect it now because you know what they do. But the fan that goes there wants to see the quarterback or the big running back, and then you see him for one series,
if that,
and that's it for them. I mean, you might as well go home or stay home.
Or be a nice. Well, yeah.
Sell a ticket.
Well, not just sell tickets, but hey, you're a good guy. I'm going to give you some tickets to the Patriots. Oh, you're going to give me regular season? Oh, no, they're preseason tickets. Oh, I guess I'm not that good of a friend.
What's the ticket cost? Any idea?
Well,
like a season ticket?
I'm not sure about the total cost, but the game I went to last year, the seats that we had, I looked on one of the sites. We were 8 rows off the 35-yard line, 8 rows back on the Patriots sideline, and I could have bought those tickets for $650.
How many?
One
ticket.
One ticket. Unbelievable. That's just like, not to get off of football, but I looked up the Pirate because I went on the ESPN app and they said
they play in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. There was tickets available for the Pirate game last night for $15 a ticket. I look at a Boston game.
Mm-hmm.
Bleachers available at $89. When I'm not that old, I am old, but I can remember going to Fenway and spending $2 for the bleachers.
I can remember going to Fenway when you could sit wherever you wanted to sit too.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you had to pay, but they weren't that much. But now,
behind home plate at Fenway, like first 8 rows, a corporate, but you can buy them.
That guy that was at the glass company, he's got the whole first row.
Yeah.
That guy there,
But
he's there every day.
But now and then they do go up for sale. And
well, that guy there had those tickets for years.
Yeah, if they're not at least $600 to $800 a ticket, you're not going to buy them.
Oh yeah, I think I'm more than that.
But I said, maybe Sunday, Saturday after the show, hop on a plane, go to Pittsburgh, stay overnight. If I can get a ticket to the Pittsburgh Red Sox game for behind home plate, like 20 rows back, it was only $85.
Yeah.
Behind home plate at Fenway, that row back, it's like $300. And the seats are a little smaller at Fenway.
A little.
The seats on Spirit were big compared to the grandstands at Fenway.
Rest in peace, Spirit.
That used to be your favorite.
But you can go to a lot of ballparks and pay a decent price.
Yeah.
Other than New York or Chicago or Boston.
That's why they call Baltimore Oriole Fenway South.
Yeah, that's when they fill a place.
And they raise up the prices for those.
Of course they do.
When the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Dane went to that game, that day game.
In San Diego.
2 rows behind the dugout. I think it was $100 for the ticket. 2 rows behind the Padre dugout.
You couldn't last an inning at Fenway at that price.
That's what I mean. It's,
And how about like at Yankee Stadium? They got
but the
that.
Padres are in it too.
I
Ain't
know.
like they're not. I mean,
Yeah.
that's quite a bit of difference.
You know, like I was going to say, you go to Yankee Stadium.
Before I interrupted you.
No, you can do anything you want. This is
Yeah,
your
no,
show.
I get it.
This is your show. But you go to Yankee Stadium in that executive section behind home plate
Yeah.
with the big fancy chairs, and you got wait service. Those are like $1,000 a piece,
At least I think they're more.
and they're all corporate. Or I think Ben and 321 Media's got a couple, and he's holding out.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't hear him fall yet. Is that
Wait.
true, Ben? They
they way back when they had my surgery, the oral surgeon, he knew. I told him what we did on Saturdays, and he said, "Oh, I listen to talk radio." He was supposed to call, but I don't think he ever did. But anyhow, he said to me, "Guess where I'm going?" He says, "Next week." Oh, I said, "Where are you going?" Yankee Stadium. He says, "And guess where I'm sitting? Right behind home plate." But it was a friend of his that got him that seat there. But I heard they were a little more. I heard it was 2,500
per game.
Yeah. Nice seats, but geez. And Fenway, I mean, you got to worry about poles on your way too at Fenway, don't you?
Yeah. I actually sat near a pole once, and it's like, wait a minute, I can't. I was on the third base side, and I said, if a ball is hit into the left center field gap, I have to get up, turn my head around the corner to follow it.
And if you're in right field, the seats are
facing the wall.
Yeah, you have
not
you're
home
looking
plate.
straight, right? Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
They never changed that either.
With all the money that they make off of the TV revenue and the media revenue, Ken, wouldn't you think that the owners would give a little to the fans? But Fenway, if the Sox are playing good, they're selling out.
Greed.
They're getting the money.
Well, they obviously have to pay the players, but yeah, you're right. They don't give you. But yet you go to these other places and you can sit wherever you want, probably for $25.
You know, it was like, I remember the story you told me when you were in Kansas City, and you could go to a Royal game for $1 on certain days.
Yeah.
And sit out in the outfield.
Well, what happens is they have to do those things to get people
to go.
And so they have to promote games like that. But yeah, you could probably walk in any Royals game and sit wherever you want for probably no more than $50.
You know, what was it before the Athletics moved out of Oakland? I was watching a game one day, and their promotion was family of 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas. It was like $50.
Yeah, I've seen those advertised. Yeah. You ever see them at Fenway?
Yeah, I see the advertisement. Family of 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, a mortgage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You never see those deals at Fenway or probably Yankee Stadium either.
And I'm surprised.
But why can't they do it like a couple times a year?
Yeah.
To give the real baseball fan a chance to go.
Now I can remember, and I'm probably dating myself, but at Fenway
Every day.
they did have like a college ID day where you could get in for half price.
if Dan were here, because he went to school up there for 1 year, I think, or 1 or 2, and he used to get tickets. They could bleacher tickets for like $14. Matter of fact, he even saw a playoff game. So they do certain things, I guess. That was back a while too. So
Yeah. Well, Dan's not that old.
no, I know, but it's still, it depends on how they play.
Yeah. If they're hot,
Yeah.
and they get the fans, I think they even go up on the parking price. Because I can remember going to Fenway, driving up on a Sunday morning, parking on the road near the Sears building, walking up, well, by the hospitals too, but walking up. Didn't cost you anything to park because you parked on the street. Walking in bleachers for a couple bucks. Bringing in the peanuts from outside because they were better.
Because you got it from Lou.
Well, if Lou was up there, he would have been the best peanut roaster.
Absolutely.
But the roasted peanuts from outside, because you had to sneak them in because they wanted you to buy the peanuts inside. But we'd spend the game, we'd have a couple sodas and everything, and it'd be a $20 bill.
Mm,
Now that $20 bill won't get you the peanuts and soda.
I know. Yeah, everything's going up, but I used to park in this gas station. And I saw the guy that owned the gas station. When the Red Sox were playing, he closed the gas station down.
Made more money.
Just park cars. Yeah. I mean, it was probably $25 and that I'm going back a ways. Now I can imagine what it is.
Well, a friend of mine went up there for day-night doubleheader. Parked at a gas station right near Fenway. It was $60 to park. And he said, well, we're staying for both games. Guy goes, if you don't take the car out of the lot an hour after the game, you better pay me now double because it's $60 for each game.
Right.
So this guy got $120 for parking a car. It wasn't even overnight. Ken, we're in the wrong business.
Yeah. Now, we were talking about the NFL before.
Yes.
I don't know how we got back to the price of tickets. Oh, I guess that's what we were talking about.
Yes, price of tickets.
But football, they only got so many games too. You know what I mean?
But yes, they have so many games, but you look at it now, they bring people in for practice. So the practices are open.
Yeah.
The people are coming in. The people got to park somewhere. The people go into the store. Patriots own the store. They own everything right there. I'm not saying just the Patriots, but almost every team.
I mean, every team should have a souvenir store.
Yeah, but every team now has a practice facility that has stands. You don't see that anywhere else. You know, colleges are going to probably start doing that. Well, opening up the practice to let people in to get more
They're
revenue.
professionals now, anyhow.
Yeah. To me,
Have you ever been to a game in Pittsburgh?
football, I went to one game at the old stadium at Three Rivers. That was a long time ago. I'd like to go to the new one, but it's kind of tough.
That's
See,
everybody.
we were talking about the Steelers and it
See?
brightened up.
See how bright it got in here? Pittsburgh Steelers. Man.
But I just it's tough for me to go to a game. I was, we went out and came back the same day, and trying to set up flights now like that, it's tough.
You fly.
Flew in that morning, and Flew back first thing the next morning.
Yeah, when you have to buy flights like that, it's steep, expensive.
Well, that's one reason why I didn't wind up doing what I wanted to do tomorrow, because couldn't get a flight.
Oh, you were thinking about doing that?
Yeah, I was going to fly out tonight if I could have. Get a hotel room for the night, or if it was a late flight, just stay somewhere. You know, like
You get arrested.
well, not on the street, but and fly back either that night or the next morning. But couldn't arrange flights.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, why don't you just do a weekend thing? Go Friday, see a little bit of Pittsburgh.
Then I'd miss being with Ken Collins on
You
Saturday.
can, we'll figure out how to get you on. No problem. Ben can do it. All that
Because I'm going to be missing the next couple of weeks with Ken Collins.
That's right. Which we'll talk about soon. High school football. I can't believe it's right around the well.
It's not around the corner. It's here
It's here because they start official practice.
on Monday.
So you can't go now. You're all tied up.
Yeah, this would really is the last weekend that I've got almost a free weekend.
Oh, what game are you going to?
Red Sox and the Pirates,
Pittsburgh.
which stadiums are right near each other.
All right. I meant when I asked you the Steelers. Have
Yes.
you been to a Steeler game?
Yeah, I went to one
in
Steeler game
Pittsburgh?
in Pittsburgh
That's right.
many moons ago.
Would you go now? If you had-
I would like to.
Yeah.
I've got pictures of the stadium. I've had friends
You
that have
waiting-
gone
oh,
there.
you waiting for Rodgers to really retire? And then
That
go.
this he did say this is his last
You
year.
don't want to go and have to root for Rodgers, right? You don't like him.
I am not a
No.
big fan.
So I mean,
Not just
so you're waiting for him to retire, then
The-
you might
the-
look into it.
the guy's had a great career.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite baseball players of all time, Kyle Yastrzemski, had a great career.
What's your favorite?
Well, he was one of my favorite, probably on the Red Sox. He is still my favorite, but he stayed too long. His waning years, all it did was build up his stats that he didn't need to get into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I understand he made a lot more money because that's when the money started, but I like to see guys go out when they're on top of the game, not leave because they get DFA'd
Yeah.
or they just can't. If you can't perform to your top level, I think it's time to go.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not just saying Yastrzemski, but
A lot of guys do that.
Yeah,
You're right.
leave. I think Jim Brown was probably the best at that, or Gail
Oh, Jim
Sayers,
Rice.
or Jim Rice, or the running back from Detroit, Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
They left when they were on top of the game.
Okay.
Why diminish your, not your status, but why diminish your image by hanging in there? You know, that's just like, I read an article yesterday. Rich Hill is thinking about signing at 46.
That's a good example right there. That guy.
Doesn't need the money.
No.
Shouldn't have to pitch to prove, by the time he builds up his arm and everything, what's he going to do? Throw 3 innings?
He probably would do it for nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's in him and he wants to do it. he wants to prove he can do it.
But
I don't think it's coming back for money.
But I think it diminishes your accomplishments.
Yeah, it does.
You know, if you go out on top of your game, they can't say anything bad about you. You gave it your best for as long as you could. But if you're a 300 hitter and all right, now I'm a 290 hitter. Now I'm a 280 hitter. Now I'm a 260 hitter.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Or I'm a pitcher, and I could see some starting pitchers becoming relievers. But how about that reliever that doesn't have it anymore? Good example, Kimbrel.
Mm-hmm.
He's hanging out. I think he's pitched for five teams this year. And every team keeps on giving him a shot. Well, maybe, it's not going to cost us that much. Maybe he's diminished his stats because, he's adding on to his strikeouts. So he's got, climbing up on the record. But he's also getting racked every time he goes out there.
Yeah.
Papelbon was the same way.
They just can't. Some of them just can't walk away. That's it. They have to compete, and they're right. If they can't compete at this level, high level, then you might as well pack it in. Go down the way you should go down. I'm at 9:30, and it's time for us
to take our final.
We'll be right back.
Take our final break.
Oh, let's go down to Toscanos. Men shop downtown Westerly, where style and class go hand in hand. You can look your best and dress to please. Buy the right shoe, get the left one free. And if Paulie makes fun of you, you get an even bigger discount too. Toscano's men's shop since 1911.
That's it.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Open mic, Ken, Dan, Bill, and Lou, the legend and his crew for over 50 years, the longest show in town, Sports Open Mic.
High school football time.
Well,
Monday.
not just high school football, but a lot of sports are starting up, and can't believe the summer's almost over.
That's what happened. They rushed it. We rushed the season.
Well,
they just got out of school, and then you back to school.
Yeah,
shortly.
A lot of schools don't do the double sessions anymore, or do them like we used to. Well, a lot of schools used to have like one practice in the morning, one practice at night, with the limitations that scholastically gets put on a lot of sports, where there's only so many hours that you can practice, so many hours you can have full contact, especially with the heat and everything. You know, we at one time we used to go early in the morning, late at night, to stay away from the heat, which some schools would do like 10 to 2 in the middle of the day, and that's not conducive. Like at Wesley way back when I coached there, we used to do 6 to 8:30, 6 to 8:15 in the morning, and then do 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30 and get your work done. But now,
well, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Doing it that way. At least it's cooler.
now a lot of schools do like we're doing at Pontigansett, 4:45 to about 7:15, 7:30, trying to get your work done in one session. That way you don't have to worry about kids getting carted back and
You can
forth.
still do two sessions if you want.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, you guys just decided they put it all into one.
Yeah, you but with the heat index now and everything, especially with the fall sports, you have to put the globe in the ground and get the heat index, the humidity, and everything that tells you what you can and what you can't do. And like in like this coming week, to start football season, it's helmets only for first 2 days. And then for 3 days, it's helmets and shoulder pads. So you gradually build up with the equipment. And then by Saturday morning, we will be in full gear. And then there's still required.
So they added another piece of
Well, every couple of days. That way, you know, you not like days of old where first
watching it run around with just a helmet on.
But days of old where first day you were in
right.
full equipment, and you know, the body is not used to having all that stuff on in the heat.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
is it better
to gradually go work into it?
No. The double sessions or just one 4-hour session or whatever it is.
Well,
you've done both. Huh?
I've done both, and in Westerly, it was good doing that because you had kids that worked.
You know, work at Pontigansett.
But we're only having that one session. We had kids that work, so by the time they were done with practice, they could go to work and then come back to practice later. You might have some kids that are tired, but you do all your big physical stuff in the morning and do more of the mental stuff in the afternoon. But now, you know, because a lot of kids get chauffeured back and forth to practice. Well, when I played, you either walk to practice or you got your buddy to drive you.
Yeah.
You know, parents weren't bringing you to practice. You wanted to play,
Right.
you got there on your own.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have that one practice now where you only have to worry about shuffling your kid to practice once.
So you'd rather do the one.
One is more convenient, I think.
Well, I mean, from a coach's standpoint, you're a coach. Do you get more out of doing the 1 4-hour or the 2 hours?
I think the 2-hour, because like I said, you could do all your physical stuff in the morning and do your mental stuff at night. Where now, are you pulling teeth at the end of practice? You know, it's hot out here. We've been out here for you've been out here for 3 hours, and you kind of lose some kids mentally where, they know the night practice, all right, we're not doing anything physical, so I won't be beat. All they have to do is pay attention. You could go either way with it, but I like the two separate practices. And
so practices start on Monday, right?
Practice start on Monday. We go,
Officially.
yes, we go 4:45 to 7:30. But if we get everything done and everyone's, with it, we might end a little earlier, if we get our work done. We have a set practice schedule where, you've got A, B, and C. And if you can get that done without, have to worry about it, or plus it all depends on how many coaches you have there, because, the big thing is the more you have there, the more you can do. It's like if I'm by myself with the line, I got the JVs and the varsity, trying to get them all to do one thing. If I have some help with a volunteer that knows basically what I want to have done, I can do one thing with one group and one thing with with the other group.
So does it interscholastically say how long?
Yes, basically you only have so many.
How many hours?
Hours per day.
Yeah. What is
it? They have a schedule where it's 3 hours one day. It's up to 5 hours on another day. Then it's back to 3 hours.
Oh, so it's a total. Is it the total number?
Yes.
In other words, they don't say you can only do 4 hours each day.
No. So some days they will allow you to do more, but some of it is chalk talk, just mental stuff. You can only be physical for so many hours. You can only hit full contact for so much time a week. So they've got it where it's a lot different from when I started coaching. Because when I started coaching, you could start full contact day one.
They had a lot of different equipment when you started coaching. I mean, even the helmets, they were like they were
ancient.
Yeah.
Not leather yet, but
no. But never had any. Probably
didn't need a helmet back then. But everything hopefully will go smooth. So you build up the first week to full gear, and then by the end of the second week, after 10 full practices, you can have a scrimmage against an opponent. So our second Saturday, we have scrimmage set up with a couple of schools. We'll do like a round robin. You play 3 different schools.
When does the season really start?
Labor Day weekend.
Or they still have the injury fund game?
Yes, no. The injury fund. Let's see if I can get to yeah. It's tough to get old, Ken.
Tell me about it.
The injury fund is a full game, but it some modified rules.
What's that mean?
Timeouts and stuff like that. All right, 2026 football regular season. First day of practice, August 17th. Multi-team practices can start Tuesday the 25th. Scrimmages can start on Friday, August 28th. Games can begin on Thursday, September 3rd. Injury Fund weekend starts Friday, September 4th. Week 1 starts your regular season. Now, you can play a full game on the Injury Fund weekend, and it can count with regular with regular rules. Full rules.
Now, Pontiac, like Thanksgiving, who do they play, Bill? Do they have?
Yes, we play Burrillville, so I'm going to be coaching against one of my former players in Gennaro Ferraro at Burrillville.
Right.
Our schedule, the way
is that big? Obviously, as big as Wesley Stonington.
No, it's not as big as Wesley Stonington, and it hasn't been that long because I guess they used to play other teams at one point. I don't know how long the
okay.
the
So it
series
hasn't
is.
been. It's not an every year thing.
No.
Well, it might be now. It is.
It's like our schedule. We have injury fund against North Smithfield. Then we'll play East Greenwich, Woonsocket, Mount Pleasant, Pilgrim, Coventry, Johnston, Davies, and West Warwick. And then the playoffs, and then Thanksgiving would be Burrillville.
You got the Wesleys. You got to do it.
I don't have the Wesley schedule. I'd probably be able to get it if I could get to the internet, but I'm having some problems.
Oh, really? On your computer?
On my handheld. But I know Coach Pizzato will be starting. I saw a thing online. I guess they're going in the afternoons, starting Monday. And all the other sports. I guess Jamie put up a thing online that all the sports would be starting and when their practice times are. And Wesley, I don't think I'm not sure, but I don't think they're playing in the injury fund. They have the Situate team again. I think they're opening up with the Situate Mass, and they play NFA this year. It's kind of feeling old listening. Talking about some of these schools because NFA is a former Wesley High player that played for me. Ronnie is a former player. We play Coventry this year. The head coach there, Andy Jeffersini, is a former player of mine. Played Burrillville. Gennaro Ferraro is a former player.
He's been there a few years now,
Yes,
hasn't he?
Gennaro's been there for a while. He was an assistant coach for a while. He's built a nice program up in Burrillville. Tough team, and it's going to be interesting playing him again. I haven't played against Gennaro in a game, I think, since Chris Reed was the head coach. We played Burrillville a couple of times, and we were in the same division. And it's just interesting playing against former players. You know, they know some of your tricks, and then you know some of their tricks, and you better not try to do that today. You know I'm going to be ready. But the high school season starts. Soccer, girls tennis, cross country, in volleyball. So it should be interesting.
And of course, a lot of those games that you're talking about, you'll be able to be seen right here on 321 Media.
Yeah, I know Ben's been looking at schedules and trying to get people all set up to go here, there, and everywhere. And hopefully he can get as many games as he can, because you got a lot of good athletes, not just at Westerly or Wesley Stonington and Charo, but outside of the area, which Ben's starting to carry now.
The teams that they play.
South Kingstown, I guess the Cranston teams, and
Cranston West, Cranston East, East Greenwich, maybe. A lot of teams.
Yeah,
and that'll be starting shortly.
Yes. We've already had the interpretation meetings for the season for the head coaches. It was interesting that I didn't have to participate in that this year. And someone called me up, "Oh, where were you?" I said, "Don't worry about me. I'll be there somewhere." But they had asked, and I told them, I said, someone offered me to help out with their program, and I took up on their offer. And hopefully we'll have some fun.
And your head coach,
Dave Cato. Dave is he's been a head coach for a long time. Dave was coach at Tolman and won a couple of state championships with Tolman. Then Dave moved to West Warwick, and I coached with him and Coach Kelly, Mike Kelly, for a year. And then Mike left and went to WPI to coach with his son on the college level. And I stayed with Cato at West Warwick. And then I moved on to Charahoe, and he moved on to Pontiac. And he knew I was available and just called up and said, "You want to get the band back together? We'll have some fun."
No, is this his first year?
No.
Second.
This is his fourth year at Pontiac. The first year I was at Charo, he was my cameraman. And then
oh yeah, sure, we've seen him up there.
Then he took the Pontiac job because he said, I can't stay away. I gotta do something.
It's like you're talking about with baseball players that hang around. Coaches, and I'm not saying it's for the same reason, but coaches too. You got it in your blood.
Yeah, you got it in your blood but
and if you don't have a job and that approaches,
yeah, it's
time.
Well, it's like I always said to anyone, I said, I'll keep on coaching as long as it's fun.
Well, yeah, and that's what it would be. And can't be because you lost the knowledge of football.
Losing knowledge is tough. It's performing at your top level, which is the big indicator. If you can't perform, and that goes for coaches too.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't relate to the players, or you can't get them to understand what you want, then it's time for you to go. And you've coached before, and you've seen some guys where the game is past them. It's time for them to get out. And I would rather do it on my own than have someone tell me.
Sure.
And the players are the same way. Why have that GM come down to the locker room and say, I don't think you're going to be with us much longer. That's tough to take too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pride. Well, what have I? It's not what have I done for you in the past. It's what have I done for you lately, or what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, probably not a lot, but some of the places that you coach at some of the schools that take it a little too serious too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, sure, you want to win, but I mean,
is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is losing your integrity, your base foundation about things, is winning the only thing? It's like I told in an interview once, when the principal asked me, what have you considered a successful season? I said, you don't know in high school level. I said, you really don't know until about 10 years after the season. And they looked at me like I was crazy. I said, you may win, and be undefeated.
Yeah.
That might not be a successful season because you might win with a bunch of guys that are not upstanding citizens.
So you want to see how they turn out?
Yes. Did that team that went undefeated, did they become outstanding citizens in the community? Did they become mentors? Did they become teachers? Did they become police officers, lawyers, doctors? Or did that undefeated team become criminals or undesirables or people that don't have good ethics? You won't know that for 10 years. I said, yeah. And an 0-10 team can actually be a great team because out of that, they learned how to fight diversity. And they learned and they became the doctors, the teachers, the policemen, the clergy, whatever. They became upstanding people because they learned how to fight to get better. And the principal looked at me. She goes, "I never thought of it that way."
Yeah, well, he was thinking of
Just wins and losses.
yeah, right.
And to me, wins and losses is not. It's great. It's great to win. I'm a sore loser.
It's just great to win.
And winning breeds more people, but turning out the product is different. Football to me, and I know basketball when you coached and when you coach softball, it's more of a teaching of the field is your classroom.
And I understand that you want to find out the after thing. Like every once in a while, I say, wonder what this guy's doing now.
Like for me, I'm coaching against all these guys that I coached.
Yeah.
I must have done something right.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you might have.
Else those guys wouldn't be in that situation.
This program is too,
Well, it might be holding me back.
this program is too serious today.
It's
Daniel will be back next week. Hopefully Lou gets his assignment and get the gang back together.
get the band back together.
And back together. We got a couple minutes left. We got Red Sox baseball in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think they're on Fox today.
And the Yankees.
The Yankees at Toronto.
That's I think that's Fox game. It's gotta be.
But it's just
The Yankees are hanging in there, though. I mean,
they're hovering around 500 since Judge has
I
been
think if
out.
they can do that, they'll be all right. But it's going to be. I think it's going to go right to the wire. That division.
I just
You
Right.
got everybody in that division got a chance, right?
yeah,
I mean,
a legit
realistically.
a legit chance, yeah, of making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, once you get to the playoffs,
Season starts all over.
that's all 0-0. Oh, go Yankees and go Red Sox.
And Lou, I hope your team does well today in the Meadowlands.
Oh, the Giants, yeah.
Hopefully Dan's plane is on time.
He should be he should have been on the ground at 8:52, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock he was landing.
We'll see him running through the door when we sign off.
Well, we're signing off right about now. That'll do it for Sports Open Mic. Back next week at 8 o'clock. For Bill, I'm Ken. Thanks for listening. Yeah.
All right, Ben. Ben.
And thank you all for listening.
Yes.